Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to your first day of learning. I know it's not the way that you would have hoped to come back to school, but I have already had a look online on Google Classroom and also on Tapestry, and I've watched some of your teachers' welcome back messages. And oh, what a lovely way to start the year. I know it's not lovely in terms of not being able to be together, but I'm glad that you get to see your teachers' faces and you get to see my face, and hopefully somehow I'm going to get to see all of your faces soon. So it has been a very, very busy couple of days for myself, the SLT, the senior leadership team, and all of the staff at Primrose Hill. We have been busy working. You might have known, you've probably watched my previous video on the weekend. I kind of remember what I told you then because everything's changed so much. But I think at that stage, we knew that we were going to close school until the 18th of January. And you might have seen last night that Boris Johnson, our Prime Minister, announced that unfortunately at the moment, due to COVID and the new strain, which is really infectious, which means that it can be transmitted, that means people can catch it really easily at the moment, and they want to keep everybody safe, especially our NHS workers, so people who work in hospitals, because the more people who get sick and need to be in the hospital, that puts more pressure on those people working in hospitals. So we have to support them by staying at home. So unfortunately, we are now in full lockdown, which I really didn't want to happen. And I'm sure you didn't want to happen, and your parents and carers and all of the staff didn't want to happen, because we know that you're happy when you're at school, and we're happy when we get to see you and teach you in school. However, I know that we're all really resilient and we can get through this. It's 6 weeks. Hopefully it might change. They've said at the moment that it's up until February half term. But as we know, in the last 3 days, there's been 3 different announcements. So things can change. The vaccine has started to be given to people. And hopefully if that is given to more and more people and people are protected from COVID, that means that maybe that we might return to school earlier. However, at the moment, we're going to plan for us to come back after February half term. This is really sad because I know that you are going to be disappointed that you're not going to get to come and see your friends and to play with each other, because that was one of the hardest things that was about lockdown, when I spoke to you, when your teacher spoke to you about that. And I know it's really tricky. I'm working at school at the moment, keeping safe, but I don't get to see any of the staff and all of you and your parents and carers, who I'm going to miss a lot. However, we're going to try and plan some nice things over the next couple of weeks so that we can try and get to see each other. So for example, I'm going to try and see if I can do a Zoom call with each class so that I can say hello to you and see how you're doing. And we're going to try and plan some more interactive things for you to do. But for the moment, what you can do to help us is to stay positive, to work hard at home, make sure that you're supporting your parents and carers, because they're probably working as well as helping you. So try and be as independent as possible. If you need any extra help, you can ask privately on Google Classroom or on Tapestry. Your parents can type in and write a message to the staff, and we can try and see if someone can support you. Now, in autumn term, we made so much progress. You were able to come back into school and get that instant feedback and that teaching that we know helps with your learning. And we're going to try and make sure that that's sustained. So the only way that we can sustain that means keep it up and keep that momentum going so it doesn't get affected, is that you need to make sure that you're working at home. So your teachers are working really hard. All of the staff are working really hard to make sure they're planning English and maths and topic and lots of other activities for you. And unlike being in school, you're not going to have that instant support. So you need to make sure that you are trying your best, doing your work as your teachers have asked you, and making sure that you're working hard. Okay, so that's what I'm asking from you for the moment. I know you can do it. We've gotten through this before, and we're going to get through it together with a smile on our faces, because that's what makes Primrose Hill so special, is that everybody is so happy and so smiley, and they work really hard. So I can trust you to do that, and I'm sure that you will all succeed and do marvelously at home, okay? Just remember, we're all here. Even if we're not in the same room, we're all here to help you, okay? So now I'm going to talk to you about some things, some new beginnings. And I was thinking about this the other day, because at this time of the year, 2021, we're in 2021, we make New Year's resolutions. So at the beginning of each year, everyone sits and thinks about all the things that they'd like to change and all of the things that they want to achieve. Now, I've thought for so many years that it shouldn't just be at the new year. It should be all times. You should think about things that you want to do in your life to make it better, to make you feel like you're doing something different, to give you something exciting to do. So you'll remember in the past, I started doing lots of baking. That was one of the things that I wanted to start again. And I learned how to make dumplings. I did a course. So that's something I'm going to continue to do. The other little goal that I have for myself, I'm not sure if you know, but both my parents are Lebanese. So they're from Lebanon. So growing up, I also spoke Lebanese to my parents. And it is one regret that I have, is that when we moved to Australia, I was about 6 years old, and I used to say to my mum and dad, don't speak to me in Lebanese, speak to me in English, because I just wanted to speak English all the time. Now, I regret that so much, because now I can speak Lebanese a little bit. I understand a lot, but I haven't retained, all my brain has stopped working in that way because I didn't practice and use it at home and with my parents. And now I don't live with my parents. I haven't lived with them for over 20 years. So when I do talk to them, I say to them, please talk to me in Lebanese so that I can keep my brain keeps understanding what's happening. So my New Year's resolution is to continue to practice and learn and be more fluent in Lebanese. So I've practiced this one saying. Some of you might be able to understand this because you might speak Arabic. So Lebanese is a dialect of Arabic. So as you know, English is spoken. There's American English, so they have different words and different sayings. There's people in England that have different words and different sayings. We all speak English. However, there's different phrases and different ways of saying those things, and it's the same in Arabic. So some people who speak Arabic and they're from Morocco, some people who speak Arabic and they're from Lebanon, some people who speak Arabic and they're from Tunisia, etc. They have a different dialect. So because I'm not fluent in Arabic, I can understand really only people who speak the dialect of Lebanese. However, some parents and carers, because they are really fluent, they understand me and we can have conversations. So I'm going to keep practicing how to speak Lebanese, but also I would like to improve on my general Arabic. So I'm going to say a sentence, and I wonder if anybody knows what I've said. Now, hopefully I'll say it right. I had my mum's help last night. I called my mum and asked her just to make sure I was saying this. So I've written it down phonetically because obviously I can't write in Arabic. So are you ready? بدي أرمن إنك لبنان كل يوم حتى تصير إك أشهن. No, I don't think I said that right. بدي أرمن Lebanese كل يوم حتى تصير إك أشهن. Okay. مين فهمه شو أنا قلت? So that was a question at the end. مين فهمه شو أنا قلت? Okay, I wonder if anyone knows what I've said. Okay, I will translate out on Friday. I'll let you know what I've said. Okay, and one last thing that happened to me that was really exciting over the holidays is that one of my friends decided that I should change my name. They thought that I was very regal. Look up what the word regal means if you don't know. They think that I'm worth my money in gold. I'm very important. So they decided to buy me a plot of land that makes me a lady. So you'll know in the British, one of the British things that people do is that they are ladies or lards, and also they can be queens, kings, all of those. I'm not yet queen. One day, no, actually I can't ever be a queen because I haven't got royal blood, but princess, etc. So this entitles me to be called Lady Mairead Alwyn. And this castle here, Dunhern, I now own a little bit of land. It's 1 square meter, so it's not very big. But one day when we go out of COVID, I can have a visit to my land, and there they will greet me as Lady Mairead Alwyn. So that is now formally my name, Lady Mairead Alwyn. So that is what I'd like you to call me from now on. And you can curtsy if you want to. So yes, that's very exciting. That was one of my Christmas presents from my friends. And I wonder if anyone else wants to become this. You could do this at home yourself. Ask your parents. Okay, that's it from me. I know there's lots of learning going on today. I will be in touch again on Friday with Achievement Assembly. I'm thinking of changing Achievement Assembly a little bit, so we'll see what happens. But I hope you have a fantastic week. For those of you who are coming into school, there's some children who have parents who are critical workers and they are coming into school tomorrow. There's not that many, but we'll welcome you back and I can't wait to see you. And until then, please, please, please keep safe, stay at home, go out for your 1 hour of exercise, and remember to follow all of the protocols. Even when you're outside and you come back in, wash your hands, make sure you're sanitizing, you're looking after yourself, and keep safe. Take care, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye.